The popularity of MILFs, both online and in our personal lives, has been pretty undeniable for the last number of years. MILF is one of the more popular search terms on many adult sites. And MILFs are also a subject of many male fantasies and discussions online. But why the craze? What exactly is so appealing about a MILF? And why do so many people care? We're going to cover it all now. My name is Helena Nista and I make videos that help you have the best sex of your life. And today we're discussing the phenomenon of MILFs. Okay, so first of all, what does the term MILF mean? MILF is an acronym and it stands for Mother I'd Like to Fuck. And it's basically a woman who has children, who is attractive, and who is a bit older, maybe middle-aged. But this could be a woman in her 30s, 40s and above. And it's very possible that you first heard this term when watching the movie American Pie, where the character played by Jennifer Coolidge was referred to as a MILF. But whether we're talking about MILFs appearing in porn, in the media, or even in the fantasies of teenage boys who are still at school, what exactly is an appeal of an older woman who is a mother? First of all, it might be purely about the physical attraction. A lot of women either remain beautiful past their 20s and they're basically attractive throughout their lives, or they get even more beautiful with age. And of course, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. However, many people claim that a mature woman can be really hot. What also can play a role here, a big role here, is her confidence. Older women are typically more confident than when they are younger. And that confidence in herself, in who she is and in her body and in the appreciation of her own body can be very, very sexy. What also makes a lot of sense is that if you're a young man who is maybe mature or more mature than your peers, then women of your own age might simply just not appeal to you. When you think about it, it all starts with the conversation, with a meeting of two minds, with meeting another person and seeing how the connection flows and how you relate to each other. So if you're feeling a lot more comfortable and at ease and understood by a woman who is older than you, then a more of a sexual or intimate connection can follow from that. And if you find yourself more easily or joyfully connecting with a MILF, then you very likely also appreciate her for less drama that she brings into your life. MILFs typically have a much more mature approach to life. They bring a lot more wisdom into their behavior and their connection with you. They're not interested in playing games. They're pretty much done with that. And because of that, they are also a lot more honest with you about what they want. So you might simply find connecting with an older woman a lot easier because of that much more direct approach that she brings with her. It's also very likely that she will simply make you grow up. She will help you step into the fuller expression of yourself as a man, into your manly energy. She is likely not into immature behaviors, so you'll really need to rise up when it comes to your own maturity and what you bring to the table. She's lived longer than you, she's experienced more in her life, so she will challenge you. She will push you in your growth, in your personal growth, and she'll very likely expand your horizons. Another reason why a MILF can be very appealing to a younger man is that you both might be in a very similar place when it comes to your goals about your dating life and your sexual life. She's already had her kids, so she's probably not looking to start a family with you. And you might be at a similar place when it comes to just dating, having fun, and having sex for pleasure and not necessarily for a long-term relationship. This also means that this kind of affairs can be short-lived and have an expiry date, typically when either she decides to move on to somebody more mature or able to meet her better when it comes to intelligence and level of experience and maturity in life, or you might decide that you're ready to start a family now and you want to search for a woman who is looking for the same thing. But this is not to say that this kind of connections can't work long term. They definitely can, and sometimes they do. Let's talk about libido, because this is a very important aspect of this kind of situation. When it comes to men in their 20s, they typically are going through their peak when it comes to their sexual performance and libido. They think about it a lot, they desire it a lot, and in terms of their performance, erections are just so easy and reliable for them. Women typically don't experience the peak of their sexual libido and desire until they get to their 30s or even 40s actually. So not only her libido is increasing at that stage of her life, but she also has less hang-ups about sex and she's much more honest about her needs and desires. So in that way, a younger man and an older woman can really meet each other well and connect well on that sexual level. Speaking of sex, younger men typically don't know a lot about it yet. They have a limited experience, and even if they have more experience than their peers, they don't usually know a lot about good sex and actually about being a good skilled lover. Younger women can't really help them here a lot because they themselves are only learning and exploring the world of sexuality. And so here enters a MILF, an older woman who is experienced and who can actually teach you a lot. So not only she can pass on to you years of experience and knowledge when it comes to having sex and how to be good at it, but she will probably also be a lot more patient about it, and she will be able to teach you without shaming you when it comes to your lack of experience. You also need to understand that the sheer fact of being a parent, of being a mother, really changes a woman. It really develops her empathy and makes her a lot more caring and understanding than a younger woman who might be just a lot more selfish. A mother is typically also a lot more nurturing, which makes her a better partner. And when it comes to her emotional intelligence and her compassion, those will be a lot higher as well. Because with her children, she's been through a lot when it comes to their emotions, reading their emotions and soothing their emotions. So her compassion is probably a lot higher as well. It's also worth mentioning that this kind of dynamic, a younger man with an older woman, has still quite a lot of taboo status in our society. We've already been through many years of trying to come to terms with older men dating younger women, and we've sort of worked it out in our heads. But now here comes a younger man with an older woman. So if your preferences in life and in the bedroom are sort of more on the risky or kinky side, then this kind of dynamic can really appeal to you. And finally, there's the matter of financial independence. She probably has a job or a career or a business, and she most likely has her own money. This obviously is something that is more important to some people than to others, but her ability to pay for her own dinner or to take you out as well can be a significant factor for different men. It might simply also be about the fact that the money isn't just a big issue for her, or it's not going to be a problem between the two of you. So that allows you both to just enjoy your connection a lot more. And considering where she is at in her life, she is very likely a lot more independent and less clingy than potentially a younger woman would be, because a MILF is probably busy with her work, with her friends, with her family, and obviously with her children. So if you found all of this interesting, and now if you're ready for a connection with your own MILF, then make sure to check out this video next.